In this video we're going to look at the probability of winning the lottery, and so we'll look at the Powerball game. So first I'm just going to show you a quick clip so that you understand how it works. In case you didn't know, I want to show you how to win with a Powerball lottery ticket. So I'm just going to play this video clip, so just watch this really quick. You'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white numbers and one Powerball number. You have 69 white numbers and they come out one at a time. You've got to match all 5, and then you've got 26 Powerball numbers, and you've got to match that 1 out of 26. Okay, so we'll just play this so you get an idea what it looks like.
Number tonight is 69. That's followed by 45. Up next we have 61. Your next number is 3, and your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 49. Now for the Mega Ball. That Mega Ball number is 9. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 69, 45, 61, 3, 49, and the gold Mega Ball is 9.
So I hope you enjoyed that. So we need to figure out the probability of winning the $1 million. That's matching all the 5 white balls. And then we'll figure out the probability of winning the jackpot. That's matching all 5 white balls plus the Powerball, right? So the tickets cost $2 per play. You pick 5 white balls numbered between 1 and 69 and 1 Powerball number between 1 and 26. So just part A, we don't care about the Powerball, right? Part A, we're just looking at the 69 white balls, okay? So we're going to start off by buying our ticket. We bought our ticket here. And our 5 white balls are 5 numbers that we chose. We're choosing numbers. So choose whatever numbers you like. I'm going to choose 7, 10, 26, 41, and 69. So those are my 5 numbers that I've chosen. Okay, that's my 5 numbers that I've chosen on the ticket. The 5 white. I hope the 5 white balls will be those. Then I'll win $1 million. Right? So here's the container with 69 white balls. So we got 69 white balls in this container. There's 69 white balls in here. Okay, here they are. 69 white balls, just imagine. Okay. And out of the container, okay, comes the first ball. Here's the first ball. Now, tell me, what do I want that first ball to be? What number do I want it to be? You tell me. Do you want it to be 7? That'd be good. Does it have to be 7? The balls don't have to be in order. Okay, if they had to be in order, then the probability would be way more. They don't have to be in order. Okay, the technical term for that is we want a combination. We don't need a permutation. They don't have to be in the order we selected them. They just have to be the same. Okay, and they can be mixed up. So this could be 69, or it could be 10, or it could be 41, or 7, or 26. This could be any of those numbers. When that first ball comes out, I'm happy if it's any one of those 5. So what's the probability that that first ball will keep me keep me with a chance of winning $1 million? What's the probability that that keeps me with a chance of winning $1 million? Can you think of it? There are 5 ways to match it out of how many? I don't mind if that's 7, 10, 26, 41, or 69. It could be any one of those 5 numbers out of how many possible numbers? Out of 69. Okay? It could be 5 out of 69, right? Okay, so that's the first ball. And then they all get mixed around. Another ball comes out, and here's the second ball. Here it is, right? So the first ball, I'm just going to imagine it was 10. Okay? So I had 5 chances. It could be any of those. But just for fun, just so we can play the game, I'm going to pretend that was 10. Okay? And now the next ball comes out, right? Now, what's the probability that the next ball will keep me in with a chance of winning $1 million? What's the probability? Can you figure it out? See if you can figure out the probability that that second ball will keep me in with a chance of winning $1 million. I don't mind if that second ball is 7 or 26 or 41 or 69. It could be any of those 4 numbers out of how many? It could be any of those 4 numbers out of how many? Not 69, because look, 1 ball has already come out. Now we have not 69 white balls in there. We have 68 white balls in there, right? So this ball is out of 68, and I have 4 chances to match it out of 68. I have 4 chances to match it out of 68. Okay? 4 chances. That's why when you're playing this game, oftentimes the first or second ball, they'll oftentimes match up, and you're like, wow, I'm doing well, right? Do you see how it's working? So let's imagine that that was 1 out of the 4, and I'll just say that was the number 69, just to play the game, right? Now, I've got to match this one and this one. Those probabilities are that times that, okay? That times that, right? And let's see. These are independent events. Like, just because I got the first ball doesn't mean I'm going to get the second or not get it. Like the fact that you get the next ball has no bearing on whether you actually got the first ball. Okay, so they're independent events, and that's why we can use the product formula, multiply the probabilities. So the balls are mixed up. Okay, by the way, how many balls are left in here now? After 2 balls have rolled out, how many are left in here? How many white balls? We started with 69, and then 1 was rolled out. And then we had 68 and 1 was rolled out. And so now we have 67 white balls. Okay? So we've got 67 white balls, and this third ball needs to be what? What does that third ball need to be? It could be 7, 26, or 41. You've got 3 chances. 3 chances to keep you on track to win $1 million. So what's the probability of matching the third ball in the lottery? You've got 3 chances out of how many? 67, because there's 67 balls mixed up, right? So 3 chances of probability of matching that up is 3 out of 67. And that could be a 7, 20, or 26, or 41, right? So let's just play the game and pretend that it was 26. Okay, so now we've got 2 numbers left, right? What's the probability of getting the next ball? Can you do it? Think about how many white balls are left in here now, and what numbers have you left to match up? So there were 67 before, now there's only 66 white balls in there, right? And you've got, this ball has to be either 7 or it could be 41. Remember, it doesn't have to be in order. So you don't care if it's 7 or 41, one of those. That's giving you 2 chances out of 66, isn't it? So the fourth ball, the chances are 2 out of 66, right? And so let's say one of those did match up. Let's say it was the number 7, right? Now, what is the chance that you get the last ball? See if you can figure out the probability of getting the last ball. How many balls are left in the container? It was 66 before. 1 was taken out. Now there's 65 left, right? 65 balls mixed up, 1 pops out, and you want that to be what? This time it has to be 41. That's why it's always so hard to get the last ball, because there's only one number that's going to match out of 65. So a lot of times when you're playing this game, you're going to match the first, maybe the second, even the third. But it's really hard to get the fourth or fifth ball, right? Especially the fifth ball, hardest of all. And to get them all in a row, we're going to calculate that. It's crazy. It's not worth it, to be honest. So anyway, this one has to be 41, and that's only one chance out of 65. To get all 5 balls in a row, this event has to happen. You've got to get the first ball, the second ball, and the third ball, and the fourth ball, and the fifth ball. And the reason that just to understand a little bit further, remember, this ball could have been, you know, a 7, a 10, 26, 41, or 69. It didn't have to be. This first ball didn't have to be 10, right? So it's not as if it's 1 out of 69 times 1 over 68 times 1 over 67. It doesn't have to be that way, because there's lots of sequences that could work. Like this could be 7, 10, 26, 41, and 69. Or you could have a sequence of 26, 41, 69, 10, and 7. And so there are multiple ways of winning, right? And so that's what accounts for these numbers on the top. In fact, 5 times 4 is 20, times 3 is 60, times 2 is 120. There's actually 120 different ways of arranging those 5 balls, okay? So there's 120 different permutations, actually, of those 5 balls. They don't have to be in order. And so that's why it's not just 1 over 69 times 1 over 68 times 1 over 67, right? Anyway, so if we multiply those out on a calculator, I'm going to input it as 5 over 69 times 4 over 68 times 3 over 67 times 2 over 66 times 1 over 65 . Okay, so we get 0.000 0.000 Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To get this decimal point over here, it would take 9 jumps. All right. So that is, in fact, 89 times 10 to the power of negative 9, or 89 over 10 to the power of 9, or 89 over 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros. Okay? That's 89 in a billion. The chances are 89 in a billion. And if I was to simplify that, that's about 1 over what? 1 over something. Because you like to give the odds. It's 1 in a million, it's 1 in 2 million, it's 1 in what? So I'm going to do this. 89 to 99 goes once, and 89 into 100 goes about how many times? So I'm just going to go 100 over 89, and that's about 1.12. We'll just call it about 1.1, and there's all these zeros on the end. So it's about 1 in 11 million. Okay, and so I mean, to win $1 million, your probability on that is you're paying $2 to try to win $1 million. The odds are 1 in 11 million. Not good odds, very unlikely. And also bear in mind that 70% of lottery winners spend all their money after the first 5 years, and almost all are at the exact same level of happiness 6 months later. Okay, so just a couple of things to bear in mind. So see if you can press pause and do part B by yourself. What is the probability of winning the jackpot? Match all 5 white balls plus the Powerball. See if you can do part B. Okay, I'll do it with you now. So you have to get all 5 white balls and also, so this is one event, and also the Powerball. Okay, now the Powerball is drawn separately. There's 26 colored balls, Powerballs or whatever, in a separate container, right? And that comes out. And so that's separate from your 5 white balls, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's your 5 white balls, but here comes the Powerball. Now remember, there was 69 white balls in a container, right? 69 of these guys, right? And you had to match 5 of them. The Powerballs is 26 and they're in a separate container. So what's the probability of just getting the Powerball on its own? Probability is 1 out of 26, right? So you just got to match 1 out of 26. But we already calculated the probability of getting the Powerball. It was 89 out of what was that, 1 billion, right? 89 in 1 billion, right? So the probability of getting all 5 white balls and the Powerball, these are 2 independent events, and so we can multiply this times this to get the answer, right? So the answer is it's 89 over 26, 89 out of 26 billion. Okay, and what's that as 1 in something, right? Because we like to give our odds as 1 in a billion, 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion, 1 in a something, right? So I'm going to estimate, if I do this, if I go 89 into itself goes once, that's 1. 89 into 260 then, right? So 260 over 89 gives us what? It's about 2.9, 2.92, right? So 89 is there, and then we got 2.92, and those digits would be placed there. So 292 000 000, right? So that's 1 in 292 million. That's your odds of getting the jackpot. 1 in 292 million. Once again, very unlikely. And I'll just remind you, 70% of the winners lose their money after the first 5 years, and after the first 6 months, most of them are about the same level of happiness as they were before they won the thing anyway. So, there we go. So in case you didn't believe me, or believe your own skills that you've learned, if you go to the Washington State Lottery, you can see the odds of winning the jackpot is 1 in 292 million. I think we've calculated that right. And the odds of winning the $1 million is 1 in 11.7 million. We estimated 1 in 11 million. So you can see that, hopefully you can see you've learned something useful today.